Welcome back, everybody. Friday night FSB Winston Cup action, and I peeked my right there just to make sure the microphone was actually lighting up in OBS because it's that kind of night. Sorry for the slightly late start here. The whole league was having problems getting into the server, and then I was having problems. Problems with my camera, which I think I got fixed more or less. Let me move this over here so I'm looking in the right place at least. Yeah, it's been that kind of night, and I don't even have the full screen background up and the race here. But we're live from Homestead. I'm your host, Shawn Reap. There's my partner, Milt Jr., the birthday boy. How you doing, buddy?
Happy birthday to me. Where else would I rather be? Just another, hell, this is Homestead, man. Dude, I beat Matt Watkins here once, you know.
You always remember those, huh?
Running out of fuel, and I'll never forget that. And I'm here to tell you, you know.
Happy birthday, Milt.
Hey, our in-race reporter, Dan Jones.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Stressed, but we're here. We made it. We're in one piece.
Well, the guy that has to do all the work, that guy, he's pretty stressed out. Me, I'm just
look at me. I look dead. I'm washed out because the video mode I usually use is not supported anymore for some reason, and I can't get the settings to stick. And I look like Commander Data from Next Gen.
Well, this would be like, you know, if extremely white.
I swear to you guys, I'm not an android. I do use one. But as for the race tonight, we're at Homestead. We're at the flat oval version, the second iteration of this great speedway. Before they put in the progressive banking, but after they changed it from
my favorite version.
Yeah. After they changed it from the squared off one that just had some bad angles, some bad wrecks happen, and they changed it to this. And yeah, Milty says it's his favorite. I'm not a fan. I was running well Tuesday night before I blew up. And, yeah, you know, I like them a little more curvy. But as far as our qualifying grid tonight, let me get that up here. Mark DeSenza, DeRocket on the pole. Rick Johnson, who was one of those guys we had to get in the last second there.
Well, yeah, to explain that, there was a complete, meltdown with our normal RLM servers.
Yeah.
Entry availability, so we had to wing it real quick.
Yes, we did.
We have a backup plan, so all the drivers are in and ready to go.
Hey guys, this is Danny. I just wanted to pop in here and wish Mr. Miltminter a happy birthday, and you guys have a great broadcast.
Danny boy, that's Danny Falcon. What's up, Danny?
Hey, thanks, Danny.
You guys have a great broadcast. Happy birthday, Mr. Milt, and we'll see you on the other side.
Thanks,
I'll be watching the race tonight. It's my hometown. I'm only 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Miami boy there, definitely.
Yeah. Take it easy,
Long
guys.
time FSB driver, Danny Falcon.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks. Wow.
Yeah, all the birthday wishes rolling in for Milty. He is 28 again, right?
Yeah, times 2 plus 2.
All right, change the other thing
who's
there.
Counting?
All right, so we got Ken Shea. Hey, Ken Shea's back in the number 91. Let's see if we can find him out there.
And right up at the front.
And there he is.
Best tracks right here.
There is the Super Breed. He is a flat track specialist at Ken Shea. And yeah, he can fly around here. Slim Jim Gately coming off some hard luck from last week. Jim Christopherson as well. Jason Dulfer just keeps getting faster every week, and there he is up in the top 6 there. Ryan Johnston, your series admin, putting the 59 P7 in. Our in-race reporter Dan Jones. 8th place there, Shane Wisman and Brian Lovell rounding out your top 10. Lighter field tonight. I guess not as many people interested in running this version of the track as some of the bigger tracks, and as summer starts to kick in and places start to open up. But we're still glad to see at least 20 cars making the start tonight.
Yeah, and this race is you have to manage tire big time, and along with your fuel window, and you're gonna have some long green flag runs. Maybe not at the start, but once it gets going, you're gonna have to work backwards on your numbers,
Drivers, to
and
your
make
car.
those numbers if you have a chance to win this race.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got the starting grid forming up here behind the FSB pace car. And we'll have, once again, Mark DeRocket DeSenza and Rick Dent Johnson leading them off.
Well, like I was talking last week, Rick Johnson is what we saw last week was vintage Rick Johnson. When he gets on the roll, he's a busy guy. He's a body man. He plays in a band. He's got a lot of commitments. But when he gets some focus time, he did have to punch in at the last minute as far as getting on the server. But he's usually been practicing. When he's practicing before and he's ready, give him an hour, and he can win any race in this league at any time. No Matt Watkins today.
No Matkins, huh?
But I'll still talk about how I beat him here once. I think that was my 40th Pro Cup win. Was running out of gas over the start and finish line. Very satisfying.
Yeah, the Wayne Gately family in there already cheering for Slim. Oops, I accidentally paused my main screen there. I was like, boy, they're sitting on the grid for a long time. It's one of those kinds of nights. So we got them rolling off. All right, shall we make predictions? Shall we curse somebody tonight?
Absolutely. That's what we do.
Kim Wright wishing you both a happy birthday.
I really think, do I get to go first or what?
I think I went first last week, so yeah, you go first.
Okay, I'm going with Rick Johnson to double Pete here.
I hoped you would, because that's you giving me a freebie for one row back, a line to the inside there, and the number 91, Ken Shea at a flat track. Never bet against that man. And we are green. Get ready here for lap 1 of 107 tonight.
Man, I keep clicking the wrong buttons too, man. I almost bounced myself out. Tell you, it's just like you said, one of those nights. Here we go.
Yeah, I forgot my hat too, so.
Let's see what happens with these guys. Desenza in the lead. Lest we forget about the 3-car. Very good on flat tracks here.
Yeah, there's not many tracks he's not good on.
You see the double 3 and 4, a double apex corner with kind of a hump in it in the middle. And then 1 and 2 a little more banked, and I like the bottom feed here later in the run, but the fastest line is right where you see them. They're about a 3/4 of a car length off the line. Gotta be careful not to use your tires up too much. If you push too hard at that, and then you see with the double apex, they have to arc through 3 and 4.
Mark descends off to the early lead here. Rick Johnson falling back behind Slim Jim Gately. You know, he's going to be biding his time, taking care of those tires. One thing I learned here, as long as my engine lasted Tuesday night, this is one of those places you just can't force it. You got to float that corner, and just when you think it's time to get on the throttle, don't. And
well, they always talk about racing the track, especially in road racing, and not the cars around you. And this is definitely one of those tracks that you have to race the track.
Yeah, it's hard to grasp if you haven't really done it.
Much like Dover, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah. Darlington's definitely one where you race the track.
You see Rick Johnson just, stepping back there. But we'll see.
Oh, we have caution already on the speedway. First caution of the night.
Looks like Chet Barkin getting going out of P20. My Donkey Bob teammate ran the 24 Hours of Le Mans this weekend and finished ninth. As we finished sixth, so. But not sure if it was him or not.
I don't think that's where he's going to be finishing tonight. Yeah, he was involved, but, well, here we'll see what happened. Here's the tail of the tape. 043 of Brian Lovell is behind Matt Stewart. Catches the mid-corner, gets a little bumper tap, jumps off it, goes for a slide through the grass, and then right up in front of Dave Ellens, who's on the brakes. Can't miss him.
Gosh.
And then here comes Chet for the second hit.
3 huge hits. Good thing it's not real.
Yeah, oh, you see Black Smoke of Death there from the 043. I do believe Dave Ellens also retired on the spot.
This year, and they could be done right now. The thing's on fire. Get out of that thing, son.
It's a rough start to the night for those 3 cars, really. Yeah, but Dave Ellens, I believe, has retired on the spot. That was a savage hit.
Yeah,
probably knocked the engine out on that car.
That'll knock you into tomorrow,
Well, I spent so much time getting people logged in and getting my stuff squared away that I forgot my hat, for one thing. And I didn't get to pour myself a drink, so I'll be right back.
Well, if you were watching earlier, you saw me wearing the hat there. This is an old school FSB hat. Of course, we got our FSB broadcasting hats from Brad Otto. But I found and cleaned one of my old school FSB hats from like 10 years ago. Looks like I got a text from Dog, probably watching. Danny Falcon bought me a Budweiser cake. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, one of my coworkers at the Mexican restaurant bought me a cake, but it's 110 here. Trying to work. Cake didn't sound too good, but I think it was kind of, which it would have been real good if I had the appetite for it. So we've been kind of blah, blah, blah. We didn't pay any attention to any of the pit stops here. So. That's terrible. Since it goes back, though, in line there, so. Kind of a cheese grinder here. Runs them tires pretty good, so. What you gonna do? You're gonna think about this race. You always have to work backwards, and it's a typical 107 lap race on a cookie cutter layout. So, best you can do is like 34. When I did beat Matt Watkins here, I think I did 35 or 36, but I clutched, and it was a really spread out field. You could see guys clutching. I would look at Ryan Johnson, the 59. This is a clutchable track. And when we talk about clutching, we're talking about lifting a little bit earlier and pushing the clutch in and letting the motor and save fuel, roll through the corner, and then pick up the throttle about the center of the corner and easily. And you could save a lap or two here, especially if you do it right from the start of a a fuel stint. So
Well, we got the lights off
beginning
on the
right
pace
here,
car.
you're not going to think about that. You're just trying to get track position. Danny Falcon, former Rick Johnson ECR juggernaut teammate back about 12, 13 years ago. So he's definitely rooting for Rick Johnson here. Now, every time you have a restart at this track, it's all about maximizing your tire wear, still having the speed to compete, and also, and we got Brian Lovell out of the in-care center.
Infield Care Center.
Brian, you okay?
Yeah, I'm breathing, I reckon. I really don't know what caused it other than I was just trying to get in the corner and glide through there and fly a little time, just small little bit of brake. And I don't know if the 90 car was fixing to get loose or what, and I hadn't been, loose in the corner in practice or happy hour.
Green flag.
But
Yeah,
Sorry, Brian.
so typically that's the thing about this track too is it's one thing to run by yourself, and with a few cars, it always really, especially the first couple laps, you can get loose, full fuel.
Yeah,
and,
if you just have to make a sudden adjustment too, there, like you caught him in the middle of the corner and just jumping out of it can snap you loose.
then that absolutely you get spooked, and that's all it takes. But win this year and a great season for you so far. I'm sure the 043 team car will definitely bounce back for the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys keep up the good work. You're doing an excellent job.
Thank you, sir.
And you viewers out there, you're getting to watch an excellent race.
Well, thanks, Brian.
Oh,
and,
we're only just getting started, yeah.
Yeah, we're just getting started here with 10
Have
laps
you a cold
in.
one and hang out, Brian.
Heck yeah, man.
You're gonna be good.
All right.
Oh, I hear skid marks again. Oh, 90 car, Matt Stewart around. Looks like in turn 3. I don't see a caution displayed yet. Yes, we are. We are under caution.
Well, that was my prediction. In my experience of running here, and I still hear tire marks, tire screeching.
They're screeching to a halt under caution here.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about this track, along with the entering pit road and exiting, which we never got to that.
Yeah, we didn't get to that. You do have to use the access road in and out, which can be a challenge in and of itself. And meanwhile, here underneath the palm trees of the backstretch, we start the replay. Matt Stewart heading into turn 3, and it looks like just got a little light going in there, and around she goes all by himself. Left side smack, probably didn't hit the rear end too bad. Definitely did not hit the right side, so he might be okay here. As you see, he patiently locks it down, holds it up there, waits for traffic to go by before continuing on his way here. So some left side damage and an incident to put on his ledger there for the In-N-Out Burger T-Bird of Matt Stewart, but he should still be okay to go forward.
Now, what you gonna do?
I think those guys who stayed out have made their bed.
They're in the back.
Yeah.
Might as well get tires.
The guys who pitted the first time better stay out. It's only the guys towards the tail of the pack who've got nothing to lose should
Well,
come in and
these
pick.
guys are no dummies, so I mean, they know the trends like I do of this track. And if you go Larry McReynolds, Danny Falcon will love that.
Jim Ray checking in the chat, wishing Milty a happy birthday, old man. And
Damn right, I'm old.
he's cheering for the
Old
52.
enough to know better.
I hate to break it to you, Jim, but you were late to the party, and Milty already took Dent, so you're gonna have to make another pick.
Oh, he's gonna take Dent no matter what.
Yeah, I know he's gonna take Dent no matter what, but if you want to spread out the jinx.
He was our teammate back in the day, and we suddenly got a lot better with him on the radio and in our test sessions. He was always the enemy, and then we got him on our team. That's what you do. I mean, you've been getting your butt kicked. Yeah, maybe you should, hire the guy. So we did.
92 of Ken Shea had done pit road on that caution there. Top off, new tires.
Yeah, I was gonna let you know there, Milt. Happy birthday, bud.
Oh, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, buddy.
Are you floating near cloud 6 or 7 yet?
Well, I'm just doing pretty much what I do every week, and that's broadcast and hang out, working hard, works on my birthday, got to make money, at 58 years old, I've done the other stuff where you go out and destroy yourself all night. Man, I'm too old for that. I'd rather be here with y'all,
Oh, yeah, me too. I can't do it no more. But I hope you had a good day, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
But I'm gonna hop on off here, guys, and watch
All right,
the
brother.
podcast. You all have a good one, and keep up the faith, man.
All right, thanks, man. Catch you later. Better luck next time.
Gotta move.
So now you look at the laps here. Okay, let's think about this mathematician. 107. You can see already the track position changes. Obviously, your goal is to get your car at the front at the end. That's a no-brainer,
That's a John Madden-esque analysis there, Milty.
Yeah, and then, if I had another son, I would name him Brett Favre,
Brett Favre loves Mary.
Well, I mean, yeah, the stuff is obvious, and you guys are pros, so they know. So you got to deal with, restarts. You got to also deal with, okay, so let's take a look. Was that 80? That's 93 laps. And 34, 78. So you're in you have to think about these windows already. So your third window could be easy right now to make. Later in the race, you're going to have more cautions. Then once again, you have teammates, but you're still all driving at the same time, and you don't have Roger Penske or Tim Cindric sitting up there and they, making these strategies for you. You have to do it yourself.
Well, we got the lights off on the FSP pace guard. Jim, the highwayman Christopherson, leading us back to green. They'll take the flag here on lap 15.
And this is one of those tracks, again, where if you lead for a long time, you put yourself in a position of... Thing is, though, with this track, you also get the good air on the front. So you can manage your tires and stay up front. Very difficult to do. These guys behind you are going to back it up and save fuel and save tires, and you get some draft here, so
Shane Wisman sitting there at P3, having a good run early on here, but nah. Look in the rearview mirror. Here comes the 3 car. Mark DeSenza, Slim Jim Gately in the 23, making short work of Jason Dulfer there on his older tires versus their new ones, and Rick Johnson there, the co-goat, hanging out and just behind Jason Dulfer. Looks like Jason's going to let him go.
I'm not talking about a little porker. I'm talking about a big fish.
They're going to need a bigger boat.
Gonna need a bigger boat. That thing's 20 feet long. 25.
You know, we got Ken Shea. After that top off, he's got to work his way through the back of the field again. Follow him on the right side as he goes to work on Tom Jackson.
Get a green flag run. Get through the second, right about the halfway point. Start using the bottom line a little more in 1 and 2 right there. We see Ryan Johnson using that. Why? Because you save fuel. Because you have to get out of the car earlier, out of the gas earlier, and you save fuel.
Yeah, you get out of the gas earlier to get it stuck down to the bottom better, to take the shorter path around the track, which all adds up to fuel savings.
Right now, with these lap times, you can't keep up. So you have to kind of run that, 3/4 of a car off the line, just maybe a car length. You see Christopherson's crushing it.
Ooh, Ryan got into the wall. Got a little sideways there, and then
but they're
checked
not
up.
killing, 38-1 last lap. Best lap 37-9. So they're pushing it pretty hard. Oh, Ryan Johnson, I think, got into the wall.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Sideways.
Did just say that.
Muscles off the hot dog.
And he's struggling to get that 59 car back under him here. He's going to let Shane Wisman go. Probably going to open the door for his teammates here.
You don't want to hit the wall here. It's not good. This is old school. There's no safer barrier, so it hurts. It hurts the car. You have to be precise to win this race.
Well, Ken Shea is
I've been in that
charged.
position where Christopherson's at right now, and I'm going, where is everybody? You know what? If it looks green, it smells green, it might be green here. We'll see how he saves his tires. Typically, this could be something where they can drag you back down later or not. Let's see what the 40 do.
Meanwhile, Ken Shea has worked himself into the top 12 now after starting shotgun on that restart. Finds himself 5 seconds back of the lead.
Danny Falcon watching this race was great at this track, but he could handle this line that they're running all the way through a run. He really would get that hook coming out, just like you saw Christopherson do. We got some in-car here. Let's see.
We're on board with Ken Shea as he works his way through the field. You can hear just how much time off throttle there is around this place.
And when we talk about a double apex, it's very subtle, but it's a kind of elevation change there, and see how he cuts the corner coming out there.
Meanwhile, a couple cars ahead of him, you see some serious connection issues for the 9 car of Ken Hansen. Hopefully that settles down. He was having trouble Thursday night.
I'm sorry?
He was having trouble Thursday night. He went to the back and then finally settled down, and he came back for a top 5 finish. Looks like he's going to let traffic go. Yeah, he's going to let traffic go now because he knows he's having problems.
Well, my teammates that tried to run the Watkins Glen 6 hour tonight had the same issue. Don't know if it's related or not. We've had multiple issues getting the broadcast and getting everybody on the track. So
yeah, I think there's a general web problem today. Some weird stuff going on.
Smells like.
Because I had problems in another game that I'm involved in the playtest with. The developers said that there were login problems to a service that keeps the game running, and apparently the East Coast was affected right when I tried to click in, and a few minutes later it cleared itself up, and then I was getting texts all day about people having problems with RLM. We had problems with RLM last night. RLM is the service we use to run our race servers here at FSB. As you watch on board as Ken Shea works around the 007 of Dan Jones.
So we're looking, they can get to like lap 50 here, and then you want to work back. But you can also short pit a little bit earlier. Your last stint will be shorter, so.
Rick Johnson just biding his time there, sitting 6th place behind Ryan Johnson.
Thing is, they're about about 8/10 off their time, their fastest times earlier. But you see, just like I was talking about, they're reeling the 40 car back in here now. Tires are a huge issue. And following guys and drafting and being able to lift, you're still getting great lap times. The guy out front gets the air, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Slim Jim Gately, like last week, was, it sucked for him. It happens. So move on. And hey, there's my dog, George Perez, my co-worker, partner in crime. Thank you, buddy.
Meanwhile, Jim Christopherson has been on the point ever since that first caution. And you gotta figure he's gonna be one of the first cars to pit, so we'll be watching for that in the next 10 laps or so. Shane Wisman gets some apron there. That's gonna give a run to the 23 of Slim Jim Gately. As you see, Ken Shea has caught the 124. Well, we had 2 quick cautions there, so we went back to green about lap 15. So
yeah,
somewhere
you can go 34 laps max.
Yeah, with the caution laps thrown in there, he's going to extend it a little bit.
That would be like lap 49 or something. I think it's still going quite a ways here.
I think we're going to look at it probably about 35, 36, my guess. For these guys that have been out the whole time.
Right, and when you work backwards, you don't need to, because you're going to lose a ton of time. But I would expect watching somebody, and it may be the 59, stretch this out.
He's also got to deal with that right side damage after a wall smacked. That's just not going to help him save tires, so he might want to try and save fuel.
That's a storm that's not going to get better.
Yeah, and a tight car uses more fuel too.
See if I'm tripping or. This is about the point where I would like to if somebody start using the bottom, and we're starting to see the 40 car using more of the bottom. Always found that later in the run, you can start to shorten up the track a little bit, but I could be wrong here. They're definitely not doing that right now in turn 1 and 2. Now, that's always setup dependent, and definitely see Slim loves that outside in line, and it's really working for him. He's the best I've ever seen at taking it to the limit on the outside and then making the apex to get that great exit coming out of the corners. Now, you can't really do that in turn 1 and 2 there.
He's got a
You see
huge
him
run built
starting
up
to use
here.
the bottom. It's been a
Huge
long
run
time
on the
since
40.
I've run here, but I really believe later in the run you're starting to get the car down lower, and we're seeing the 40 do that now.
So Jim Christopherson falls to second place there ahead of Mark DeSenza. And we
But the
got
23 gets a run because that right front gets angry.
watching.
Slim gets by, gets the lead.
Yeah, you're behind, Milty.
Shit. Because he's already in the lead.
That's why I said he passed him.
Every time you go back and look at a replay, you have to remember to click live. And I'm supposed to be a professional here, but yeah, it is what it is.
Still watching
now
scanner.
we're looking at lap times. 2 seconds. Second and 3/4 off, which is how I look at it in a quick view of. Yeah, we got tire wear.
Yep.
So much like Dover, or how far do you want to go? And then if this thing stays green, smells green, looks green, stays green, you can stay out and maybe get one last pit stop, or you can get left out, hung out to dry. So.
Again, I'm still watching the scanner here. I haven't seen anybody throw up a pit message yet.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be more like, well, I don't know. Every time I say something, that's the great thing about watching here. Lap car check barking, they're getting out the way. Hockey Bob, still my teammate there, still.
59 pitting. Brian Johnson, the first one in.
Well, this puts you on the window to pretty much, you can make it 2 more pit stops.
Yep, it's 2 stops from there.
34 to 36, you can do if you had to, but you would see degradation, and right now they're like, I'm far enough, but they, as in, that's one car so far, so these guys could go a lot longer here.
You're going to be watching for the 40 car next, most likely.
They're going to lose, plus they're on different pit sequences too now, so. If I was Slim Jim, which I definitely am not, on these kind of tracks, he's a master. But if I was him, I would push it as long as possible. As he's pulling away, he's creating a delta if he can continue to do that, he can stay out a few more laps and still come out in front. Pit stop delta is, how long it takes you to enter pit road, get your service, and exit. And here comes the 40
Here
car,
comes
just
Christopherson.
as you predicted.
Lap 39.
Look at that entry. It's very difficult. You got to challenge that too, or you lose time. And then get it down to the wall right here and down to 45 miles an hour. Right on the money. Great job for the highwayman. Unlike, the more other cars, stock cars, you have to manage that pit road speed with your foot, not a pit road limiter. So obviously 4 tires. The beer can is in. Let's get a beer can crush here.
Yeah, Ken Hansen bringing it in. Figures might as well get off sequence if he's having connection issues anyway. Jim Christopherson down and away, and we'll see if he loses a lap here. I think he does. Oh yeah, he definitely does. You can see.
Also very dangerous, very well executed by the 40 car as these guys stay out, which is, like I was saying, you're creating a. If I'm 23, I'm thinking about pits here real quick now. Got your advantage, but you lose too much time if you wait too long. So these guys in the lead here, I think let's get a couple laps advantage and then let's pit.
Well, there's the other side of it too is a caution pins a car a lap down, and you don't want to be caught out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, you might want to try and catch someone else out that way.
Stress time.
But you can see Jim Christopherson's already nipping on the heels of the 3 car Mark DeCenza.
Nails it. Not known for his pit stops.
Oh, wow.
They're so close. Oh, my gosh. No, he's still running.
That was Tucker Factor moment.
He's staying out there. And, boy, that was close.
And you saw as I was scrolling through the field there to catch back up to... we got Ken Shea hitting pit road now. But you saw A3, you saw the 007, the 52 have all hit pit road. Yeah, Jim Christopherson would like nothing more than to unlap himself before Slim Jim hits pit road.
Ground roll car in the ground roll pits there. The 124.
And I believe Slim is indicating...
Jim Gately's. 3 cars pitting too.
Here comes Slim Jim with
Once
his
you
teammate.
get past, and you're left down. Okay, we're looking at the 3 car, and he is pushing it. They know they got to execute here.
Nice entry there for both cars.
Yes. When Jim Gately and the 3 car team cars are going down pit road together.
Slim Jim slides into his box. Just behind
Somebody's
him.
on fire there. Somebody's blown up, and the caution is out.
Yeah, there goes the pace car. Pace car's got the lights on.
I think the 3 and the 23 are okay. Slim Jim Gately, way better pit stop than the 3 there.
Yeah, these guys just get to go blow on past the pace car.
Lucky so lucky for them. The guys that pitted earlier, they're going to get hosed.
No, they're not, because the last two in were those two. And I think this is all going to basically be a wash.
And Jones, what's your situation?
Holy moly, what happened?
I'm trying to find that out, Dan. Oh, Milty called it. That was an expired engine for the 87 car of
That
Tom
thing done
Jackson.
blowed up, dude.
New teammate.
Yeah, our new Pony Express
Jackson.
stablemate. That's the second engine that our team has blown at this track this week. So we're gonna.
What'd you get? Some old Team FSB engines we used to have?
I don't know, but our engine builder. Whatever you do, don't go looking for him in the Florida shops.
Kablamo!
Maybe we should have hired a new mechanic before a new driver.
Get out of that thing!
Maybe the
Come
new
on,
driver
fire.
cost us too much. Oh no.
But you see, Tom did his best to get off the track and out of the way before he affected the outcome, but there was just nothing he could do.
I wanted to wish Milty a happy birthday in person.
Hey.
Oh my! Not like that though. Blowing up. That sucks, bro.
Well, you like fireworks on your birthday, don't you?
Oh well, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
I'm sorry, Tom. I thought
Sometimes you're the nail, sometimes you're the hammer. Yeah.
I fired and hid the body of our engine builder after Tuesday. But apparently we still had one of his engines in the pipeline, and you got that one tonight.
I think that was all me. I was shifting down back into fourth, and I hit second.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
That'll do it every time.
That will do it. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Can't blame the
There's
engine
an
guy.
honest man.
it's
Holy.
driver error there. It happens.
That's
And
what you
it can
call,
happen to you again. Yeah.
That's what programmers call PEBCAC. Problem exists between keyboard and chair.
That's what it is.
If I had $1 for every time that happened to me, I'd be a rich man.
Oh, I
Well-
did that at Pocono like the second week I had my shifter. I avoided a wreck. I got through it just fine. I was shifting to drive away. I sent it from third to first.
Oh no, yeah,
Blammo.
I can't blame that on the engine guy, Shawn. He does a great job. I think he's going to be a great engine builder for the Pony Express.
Excellent.
Right on, brother. Well, I guess it's martini time now for you.
That's it. I'm going to go hit the open bar and watch the broadcast.
All right, thanks for checking in, Tom. And again, welcome to Pony Express. We'll get some better runs under your belt soon. But for now, we are just a little less than halfway into this race. Pit stops had cycled through, so I think this is going to pretty much come out in the wash, other than Kevin Mays appearing to stay out and get a lap led.
I'll be right back. This porta potty stop sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers.
And my slurred speech for the rest of the night, sponsored by Jeremiah Weed's Sarsaparilla Whiskey. Because I poured that one pretty damn strong. Well, Dan, how was the car out there? I think did you get trapped a lap down, or are you still hanging in there? It looks like you're on the lead lap.
Yeah, looks like I made it up to 5th place somehow. Not sure.
Nice.
how.
After all cycles out there, there you are, and we got my pick, Ken Shea, right there in front of you.
I'm just gonna follow him.
That is a sound strategy, and I fully approve of it, because it's exactly what I would be doing tonight if I was out there behind him. He is a short track specialist and a flat track specialist. Had a long break. We haven't seen him for quite a while, but he's looking right back to old form.
And
I don't
then-
understand how some people can do that, how they can take so much time off and come back just as fast as they were. If I'm a disaster for like the first 2 races of a season if I don't do any off-season events, because I just lose the touch.
And with the famous Rick Johnson behind us.
Yeah, Rick Johnson, hanging tough there. He hasn't really asserted any of his muscle tonight out there, but I think he's just saving it for the end. And he's all about taking care of that car and being there for the finish and not really pushing until it counts.
Really tough track to pass, so
It's
he
very
passed him at the
difficult.
beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the passes on the fresh tires, and then you see the passes when people get on different tire sequences. Like you saw the people coming out there on fresh tires just absolutely scorching the guys who were still out on the old ones. But now everybody should be pretty much back on cycle with each other. Slim Jim Gately back to the lead. Mark DeSenza, Ken Shea. Actually, DeSenza and Gately, yeah, they were on pit road when the caution flag flew, so they did not revisit it. I think neither did Ken Shea nor Dan Jones. You see all these guys showing 2 stops. We got the 31 car of Brad Otto, your first car a lap down. He'll be starting on the inside of the front row there. I'm not sure why he didn't get the lucky dog. I guess... Yeah, oh, lucky dog is the 101. Okay, that's why. Lucky dog is he's at the tail end of the field now. So Jeff Habak will be in 17th place and be your last car on the lead lap when we go back to green here. I know we got Kim watching, cheering him on tonight.
Well, one thing you know about Slim Jim Gately is, especially when he has a bad race, he gets that extreme focus, and them boys, him and his teammate right now are gonna watch that 91 here. He's gonna need another chance to get a long run here. He gets wide though, and he's looking.
He's got to work around that lap car.
He's letting the lapper by there, Brad Otto, Fresno, California, like myself.
Dan Jones swings a little wide there as he tries to work under Brad Otto as well, bringing Rick Johnson along with him in the 52. Jason Dolfer back up there in the mix.
The car's been strong all night, and he's feeling it. Long way to go here. Still has a chance to win this thing. Always comes down to execution. I mean, these guys are so good. To win a race at FSB on Friday night, you have to make no mistakes. It's got to be perfect. Anything less is not going to get it done because somebody else is going to nail it. Well, you know what the teammates are going to do here? They're going to, it's going to be Noah's Ark here. Unless Slim makes a bobble. They're starting to look like the dominant cars here. Like Team Hendrick here. What can the Mopar behind them do here? And then you have a huge gap here, so these restarts are always critical. I talk about it all the time. I don't know what happened to Rick there. If he's trying to go into save mode, he's always got a plan. That much I can tell you. That was his teammate. He does not go into anything without a plan. He hasn't shown the brute speed of the leaders. Look at this, lap times. Got a notebook, and it's long and wide, and he's definitely always goes to that. But we're gonna have to see. Field behind has definitely lost some restarts. I mean, I talk about it all the time. Easy for me to say, but The farther back you are, all it takes is one guy to not get going, and then you can't pass him. So.
Looks like the 9-car Ken Hansen's connection is stabilized, and he's out there battling with the 40 of Jim Christopherson, as well as 124 Rick Castle in front of him. Ryan Johnson got that right side damage fixed, probably. He's on the move as well, following the Jim Christopherson through.
So we're still at a situation where you don't have to drive it all the way till it runs out of gas unless you want to. An easy split in half pit stop here if it stays green, which the trans on this track.
Trans?
As Larry McReynolds would say, is green flag from here on out, but you never know. You have to think that way. A huge gap between him and the 007, and then a pack that these guys should be able to catch them down. You know, with Steve Weber and P13 at tail end, then you got Pops Markson, the venerable one there. And he's pushing. Ryan Johnson in front of him, strong car first, kind of got cycled back. I'm not sure if he had pit issues or. Got a lot of strong cars there, and they seem to be using synchronicity here, so.
A little past halfway here. Lap 59 of 107. Oh, 40 almost gets into the 9-car, and Ryan Johnson's going to take advantage of that loss of momentum. Maybe think better of it. That was very nearly a wreck there with Jim Christopherson and Ken Hansen. Ken Hansen, yeah, he's blinking again.
Happy birthday, Milt Minter Jr.
Hey, we got Sam Young, the league owner and promoter.
Thanks for all you do, guys.
Boss, owner, operator, promoter for FSB, throwing me a shout out, man. I appreciate that.
Well, you guys do all the promoting, man. Yeah, thank you for all you do, and again, happy birthday. Way to go, Milt. You're my hero, buddy.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. You're my hero for taking over FSB after Jim left. Our baby that we spent half our lives on, and then we were able to have somebody like you take it over and still successful 20-car fields.
There's something
it's amazing.
There's something that the audience may not know about you is that you are one of the founders, and you are one of the admins way back in the very beginning.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you helped create this place. I mean, there's no doubt.
That's why we love having Milty around here. He's got the motorsports history. He's got the FSB history. It's all locked away in that beautiful brain of his. And I tell you guys, the stuff Sam does to keep this thing running, I've got access to all of it as a backup in case Sam ever needs me to step in for it, and I've been cross-trained in most of what he does, and I think I might be able to do it, but man, it'll make your head spin if you ever saw what he's got on his plate, so we appreciate all you do too, Sammy.
Well, it's nothing like this league, and it's a one-of-a-kind, and we're going to keep it that way, and I just can't say enough about what you two do to promote us, and just please keep it up as long as you can, and we just love you for it, and keep doing it, buddy.
Thank you, and you keep it up too. You stay healthy, man. I don't want your job.
Yeah, it's good to have a backup, Shawn. You're great with everything that we've had to work with, and we've got a new rule which you can talk about.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
be doing freeze the field next year. No more racing back. But right now we got the racing on the track with the 34 Shane
No, we got the
Wisman
34 and the
sliding
63
up there,
going at it.
and the freight train is coming. Jason Dolfer leading the train, 124. Rick Castle behind him, 40 Jim Christopherson, the 59 Ryan Johnson. See how long he can hold them off. Oh, it got tight there into one. Woo. Yeah, got all these different lines coming in
look
there.
at
They
that
might be three wide
line
before they come
here.
off.
Rick Castle trying to take the move down low.
Oh, almost ran out of room there, man. Wisman's hanging on for all he's got. He was barely clear of Jim Christopherson there. Can't quite hook the bottom, and now we got 2x2 behind him. Pops Marguson in the mix. We haven't talked about Pops tonight, but look at him sitting there knocking on the door of the top 10.
Oh, you know, what hasn't gone wrong for this dude? The oldest driver, I'm pretty sure, in the league. Health problems, comes back. Eye problems, comes back.
Hasn't lost his sense of humor, though.
Well, you know, he's, you know, his son raced years too, Toby Morrison, and, you know, just quality family, quality people, and still can get it done on the track, too, you know. Taking old one eye to the optometrist here tonight.
Hey, he's back to full strength on those eyes. He got both those
Yeah,
worked on.
yes, but that's what I told him when, like, you know, grumpy old man, you know.
Yeah, looks like we got Jim Christopherson around the 34 now. He's fallen into the clutches of the 124. Rick House is going to try the outside and get the door slammed on him. Maybe
the
cross back
63
over.
of Dolfer is up to the challenge to race these guys. The lead, he just doesn't have track position. He needs, you know, to execute a strategy or a caution. You know?
He was already fast. He's getting faster all the time. I had a heck of a time dealing with him on the high side at Chicago last night. He just kept charging back.
Well, these guys are pros. They're always working on their craft. This is what they do when they don't have to do real life, and their escape.
Yeah, Sam, you would have been proud of him. You would have been proud
of
of him, man. He was stout on the high line. I know Sammy likes to go high when he can.
I love this track. I'm sorry I missed it, as you guys know or don't know.
Yeah, you've run well here, dude. I'm here back in the day. You're a highline stud, dude.
Yeah, Sammy's having technical issues with his computer. Apparently, graphics card died. By the way, speaking of technical issues, we got two guys at least that are connected by IP tonight, and Ken Hansen, Ken Hansen and Rick Johnson. I had to get them through with IP, Sam, because they were also having that same RLM problem Dave was talking about earlier. So I'm not sure what's up with that.
Well, Jim Ray was saying impressive. You guys had
Great
a
job.
backup plan. Well, he knew who to pick to run this league, and I just love it so much that done such a great job, and it was a no-brainer. Wasn't going to be, you know, I mean, yeah, you know, I was part of the startup and stuff, but the guy to run this league, sure as heck it wasn't going to be me. It's going to be you. Yeah.
I had some tall shoes to fill, man. I'm telling you. Some big shoes.
And TG Reese out there
Absolutely.
on 53. We haven't talked about tonight.
That's why
Good to see
he
him
knew
back.
that you could handle it. Oh, we got side by side Ryan Johnson all the way down on the apron. He's a body man, so he might do, you know, put an apron on when he's, you know, DA in a
Welding
car
or something, yeah.
But he still can't make that pass. But guys are going at it as the leaders go away here. And it's typical the way this race goes. It's definitely track position is huge, and
Track position is huge. You got to pass right on the start or right when the tires are starting to go to junk. Those are two places. That kind of that middle run to see it stable like we've
a
seen.
little bit of love tap between the 124 and the 34 Shane Wisman, and
Shane's
Ground
hanging on
roll
for dear
car.
life there.
Great pro stuff. They're going at it again, side by side.
Yeah, Shane's got the. I'm sorry.
Great
Rick's got
racing
the
here.
Jack Daniels
In fact,
actually.
Pops Markson is, I think he got 10 years younger tonight because he's looking like the Pop Markson I remember back in the day and a Trans Am champion.
Yeah, it's
Now he
whiskey.
falls back a little bit.
Whiskey versus beer versus masking tape here. Meanwhile, you got Ken Shea is starting to work
Scotch
on
Blue
the.
is some badass shit right
Yeah,
there.
it works. It works. Good stuff, man. I've used that plenty myself. Oh, we got Mark DeSenza got a little loose there and gave a big run to the 91 of Ken Shea. Can he do anything with it into 3? No. Ken backs it off, but he's been working on that bumper. He's looking for a way, looking to force an error out of the rocket. Meanwhile, Pops Markson, he wants inside that top 10. He wants a piece of Shane there.
Dun-dun,
Can't quite get under.
dun-dun.
Whoa, he's loose.
Here comes the 007.
007
he's all
following
over
the tire
back of the
tracks.
52. The 52 does not have the grit that I expected tonight, but that's this pro racing, man. I mean,
Hard to imagine a track where he doesn't have that.
You never know how it's gonna. These guys are ready and willing, and they'll kick your butt,
Meanwhile, the 40 of Jim Christopherson working on Jason Dulfer. He wants to get up in that fight. And Ken Shea has completed the pass while we were watching there. Completed the pass on Mark DeSenza. He moves himself into P2.
007 all over the back of the 52. We're looking at P4 here right now. Obviously, these guys want a caution or to execute pit stops. They're thinking about it. 74, we got 33 laps. You're in the window right now, gentlemen. You
We're
can
getting
make
down
it
to
from
it, yeah.
here. So, who's gonna flinch first? Get it on. Yeah. You gotta drive. You gotta execute, and oh, by the way, you gotta be pit crew too.
Yeah, crew chief. Ken Shea solidly into P2. Meanwhile, Slim Jim Gately is just doing what he does, and he's cruising. 007 falling into the grips of the 40 car of the Highwayman, though. Looks like actually 007 and 52 hitting pit road together.
Go.
There you go.
Box. We got the 52 and the 007 like a turd of hurdles coming down pit road. Look, man, dude, you gotta practice that pit road entrance. I guarantee.
It is one of the most
007
difficult.
Smokes him at the line. Go side by side with the 52. Did he speed or not? I don't know. I was trying to watch, but I have some telemetry here. But I was just watching the action as it went. 007 down pit road. Q branch.
007 and the 52. Hey, you're gonna want 4 tires here and fuel, and you should be good to the finish.
4 tires, good to the finish.
Looks like Jeff Habbick in the 101 pulls off pit road.
007 and the 52 go side by side. 52 keeps the spot. The veteran world champion there multiple times.
You see, there's the car they were racing with, though. There's Jim Christopherson catching them and passing them, put them lap down. So that's the risk you take with the short pit, with the pitting early, being the first one on, is do you get trapped a lap down? We saw that the first time we saw green flag stops, and it's just looming large.
Did not fall from the dam and get buried in the concrete, so that's a good thing for the highwayman. Yeah, referring to the
song.
Obviously.
Well, the character that was the highwayman in that was actually the bastard hanged him in the spring of '65, I think it was.
10-4.
Here we got the 40, Jim Christopherson heading for pit road.
That's got to be a penalty.
Is 007 coming back down?
That's got to be a penalty
For who?
No, okay, this is his stop. All right.
Yeah, this
My
is
bad.
his green,
Yeah.
his first stop. Yeah, he stayed out.
63 of Jason Dolpher.
Yeah, Jam and Jay and behind him looks like a good entry there for the 63 car, keeping right up with the highwayman.
Dude, you don't know how hard it is to do that.
This is one of the
You
tougher
said
pit
you were
roads.
taking this for
91, Ken
granted.
Shea to pit road.
Box.
That's going to leave Slim Jim out there by himself. And if he does not catch these guys down a lap through a caution flag,
Slim Jim. What is he gonna do?
if this doesn't net him catching them down a lap from a caution flag, he's going to lose a lot of time on the track. I think he's pretty much forced into a corner here. I expect we'll see the 23 of Slim Jim heading down pit road right now.
Yeah, one more lap, gotta go.
So here's Ken Shea. Here's Ken Shea rolling into his box.
Box.
And the 23, yep, you see him headed towards that access road.
Let's see the veteran.
We'll go on board as he navigates this flat, narrow pit access road. About 100 to 110 miles per hour is the most you can push it, and then you got to get on the brakes, bring it down to 45, and not slide out and hit that outside wall. That is
In case you were wondering,
textbook.
you better practice that stuff.
Yeah, if you don't
I
practice
love
that.
this version of the track. It's a
Well, we got the same exact access road on the progressive banked version. They didn't change that.
the whole thing of it, though. Get a ring the deck of this track, and at the same time, treat it like a delay she is.
So we're waiting for all the standings to cycle through here.
Step yourself into a Slim
You
Jim.
see,
Great stop for the 23. Let's see how he comes out.
I think he's going to lose the lead. Here comes the 3 and the 91 into turn 1 just as Slim Jim hits the access road exit. And here they come. There you go. There's the head-on shot. And, it's going to be a drag race. Wow, that lap car.
P1, baby.
The lap car, 101 of Jeff Havoc, maybe just slowed them down just enough. And see, he's hanging on to it in that Coast Guard machine.
Got an extra lap of tires. He's Slim Jim Gately in the lead. This is bad news for the Bears. Can he make it duplex here?
That might be the pit stop of the season right there if he can hold on to this. Because now he's got fresher tires.
A little bit, but they're teammates.
And by the way, the lead is actually the 9 car of Ken Hansen. Waiting to see if he's hit pit road yet. Yeah, he is on pit road now. So the lead will now cycle to the 23.
Too much degradation there. Lap time deg. Definitely going to hurt you. Especially when you're in the window. You have to make that stop.
Yeah, Fat Lady's not singing yet.
He was definitely hoping for a caution. At his position, that's a smart move.
He was hoping for the caution, but he still turned around and nailed the pit stop. Got out ahead of these guys with the fresher tires.
Let's smash a beer can for him.
Heck yeah.
Well, that's all you can do in a pro league like this. These guys are serious. They ain't lying about.
Brad Otto moves aside, lets these leaders go as they get down to the last 25 laps here to duke it out. Does anybody have anything for Slim Jim, especially since he's got 2 or 3 lap fresher tires than them? I don't know.
That was the risk that he took, but he planned it perfect and got out front. Fuel is not an issue. They're going to have a hard time. We've seen that before when Slim gets in the lead like this. Yeah.
And you got the
I've been that
teammates.
guy in second trying to follow him, and even when I did everything right, could not get this man. Yeah.
Well, the next battle on the track is the 52 and the 007. Dan Jones just having a phenomenal run tonight. Must have found something on Tuesday because I know he wasn't comfortable going into that.
Well, you know, I've been there where it's like, well, if it's not working, you gotta just take a big swing at it. And steering ratio, or these are fixed setups, so, and they're very good. They're pro setups. They're not, fixed like it comes from the game. These are professional setups.
Work on by your leader there, Slim Jim Gately.
Slim Jim Gately wringing the neck out of that car.
Yeah, Slim makes us some great setups for all the series out there. That one at Chicago last night was particularly sweet. The Texas setup we just ran is absolutely cruised.
I'm telling you, they're fixed setups. Everybody gets the same thing, so it's not like just because I made them, I have an advantage. It doesn't work that way, Everybody got
no, it doesn't.
Everybody got the same green,
Oh, a little blink out of Slim, but he think he's okay. Oh no, okay, he's back again. Whew. He blinked, and then the camera angle shifted, and I thought we lost him.
We are, in California here, it was up to 111 on my computer. Morning, it's 103 at 8 o'clock on the nose.
The Highwayman makes the move on the 007, and Jim Christopherson's on the move. 40 Western Auto Lumina is in your top 5 now, and he has got his sights set on the 52 on your pick, Milty.
What can Ken Shea do here? Well, what
I don't know if he can do anything.
Come off the couch. We haven't seen him on Friday night.
Yeah,
and
I don't
do what Ken Shea do.
I don't think there's much he's got left in the bag there, Milty. I mean, he shot his shot by short pitting it compared to Slim, and he did not get the net gain he was looking for, and that deficit is only going to grow as his tires wear. He's got to just basically hope for maybe Slim to get caught up in. He needs a caution, or he needs Slim to get caught up, or he needs Slim to get caught up in lap traffic, or for Slim to make a mistake. So I'll let you figure out which one of those is a more likely scenario than the others.
Well, I think right now the trends at FSB are green flag. And we're
this one smells green, and
18 to go here. But then,
we're inside 20 to
trends
go.
are meant to be broken. You never know.
The Highwayman is charging. He makes easy work of the 52 of Rick Johnson, moving himself into P4.
Yeah, Rick Johnson does not. I see, watching Rick Johnson, his car is just tight. It's tight. It's not turning. And like we said, we have fixed setups, but you also have steering wheel ratio adjustments you can make.
And he did not get the benefit of much practice, being one of the guys that had trouble getting in tonight.
The car just does not seem to turn as well as he would like. Still fast, but...
And meanwhile, Mark DeSenza has fallen a bit off of 91 here. He's still hanging on the P3, but he doesn't seem to have a lot for these guys unless he's saving.
007 seems to be... he reminds me a lot of me, and he's a comer, and let's see if he can, reel in these guys and try to get on the podium at least.
I don't think he can quite get. He definitely can't catch Christopherson. Christopherson is gone. He is taken off. He might be able to get back around the 52 of Rick Johnson and get himself back into the top 5.
Always needs a caution. Big
still,
time.
Yeah, still a stout run for the 007.
Probably not going to get it.
And it's getting
Speaking
down.
of Dan Jones, we were just talking about. I bet you would like a caution right now.
Yes.
Big fella.
Yeah, you're looking like your tires are looking kind of greasy out there, man.
I think I'd end up in the same spot, probably, even if we had a caution.
Well, you know somebody's going to try 2 tires.
You and the 52 are just a little bit tighter than the leaders.
Yeah, we're at the point now where if we get a caution, the restart's going to be within 10 to go. You know someone's going to try too, and someone else is going to try and stay out if we do it right now. And that's just going to be chaos.
Right now, it's status quo. What's going to happen?
Anybody pick the number 9 tonight? Or 91, sorry.
I did. I picked Ken
I
Shea.
did. I sure did.
Great minds think alike there, Sammy.
Well, he does well off the couch. You know,
It is great on these flat
but he's
tracks,
not
and
off the
tonight's been no
couch. He
exception.
runs in multiple leagues, and
Seems to save his stuff and then use it at the end.
yeah, he's very good.
But I'm telling you, that pit stop by Slim Jim Gately in the 23
At the same
is the
time, we're
move of
watching
the
him
year
on
so
the
far.
outside line there, trying to do the outside in. Look at his last lap time. Well, it's kind of going by the 3 cars, so. A 38.5 and Jim Gately 38.3, so 2 tenths faster. Once Slim Jim gets in this mode right here, better get a caution because he's off to the races right now.
Yeah, Slim's not going to use an ounce more of that car than he needs to. He knows the situation he put himself in with that pit stop, and he knows the situation these other guys are in with their tires. And you can see Ken Shea, you can see the car language there. He actually was torquing it there on the inside, a little bit sideways,
you
trying to
get
yank
more
it
and more
through.
desperate as they're watching the laps go down.
Yeah, he was trying to will something to happen there, and it just wasn't gonna do. And I think he may have actually lost ground.
I've been watching him. He likes pulls to the inside. I think he gets some air on his engine or something. All of a sudden, a couple more horsepower.
Yeah, I like the inside too later after about 15 laps, at least in turn 1 and 2. But
I think
that time
that's
through
more
1.
fuel saving. He's definitely using more of the track going down low, but
And then he keeps you in his, you know, you got him in your rear view mirror. So
Sinza trying.
Yeah, DeSenza is reeling him back in there. I think
Yeah,
Ken
he
used some
is,
stuff up trying to
and
catch
that's-
Slim.
Yeah, Mark's a hard charger, but he works on his craft all the time, just like Jeff Hale, their other teammate.
Jeff Hale
compared
notably
to when
absent
I used
tonight,
to
as
race
well as Chris
against them,
Beckman.
They have definitely, you know, closed the gap on tire wear, you know, and how to manage it.
Yeah, I think at this point, Slim should be considered checked out, and this is a battle for second place.
anyone pick the 23 tonight?
I did not because I
picked
think
the
I've cursed.
52, and he picked the.
That's probably why then. No jinx on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think
Yeah, the
I think
power
I've
we have.
jinxed him enough this season.
Studio here.
Why? Who's driving the 23 anyway?
Step yourself into a Slim Jim.
Who is
Oh,
that?
Oh, you
Sammy.
know, last week
Randy Savage.
was a race he would want to forget, and that happens even with the greatest. Sometimes, you know, the bar, you eat the bar. Sometimes the bar eats you. You know, and you know that's obviously from.
Slim has sure had his run of bad luck too. So he was due.
The Big Lebowski, you know, but it's true, you know, sometimes, you know, you make mistakes, you know, as good as this guy is, which we all know, one of the best I've ever seen. I'll put him right up there in that elite category of FSB drivers. Damon Gastel, Kevin Lewis, um, Matt Watkins, Rick Johnson.
I'm going to step aside so I'm not squirming when we do have to do the post-race show, but I'll leave Slim Jim, your leader, on the left, and your battle for
I'll
third
be
on the right.
next, Porta Potty's pretty close, so 7 to go. It's just status quo here. A lot of battles in between here. Tom Reese right now. DG Reese.
He keeps changing his
Cole.
name on his Milt. I don't know.
Yeah, I seen that, but I don't know who he is. I've raced against him for way back in the day, probably. And he's just he's battling with another old guy like us. I'm doing 58 today, and Bob Smarks, and they're duking it out. They suit up and show up, but they got leaders and they're about to get lapped here, and this is just a complete domination from the 23 car. But we got a battle here for second place with who's getting down here. DeCenza and the 91 Ken Shea.
Yeah, we're inside 5 to go, and man, it is getting tight for that third place battle.
Gately is gone. We'd like to watch that right now, but we got a battle for P2 here. I think we need to watch that.
Maybe we'll just keep our leader on the inset.
Also, the lap cars are racing for position too. You see the professional. Dude, like my coworker was saying that he watched my broadcast. We ran 24 hours of Le Mans, and I broadcasted on Twitch, and he was like, "Dude, man, wow, we're pros, I mean, this is what we do. We practice, we get ready. When we show up, and these guys are pros. This is a professional sim racing league, and even the lap cars right there, they get out the way, but they're still battling for position. They know where they are, and whether you're 15th or 5th, you're going at it. Slim Jim Gately on lap 105. We gotta go back to him and just watch him.
All right, we got Mark DeCenza's.
We gotta watch a ass whipping tonight, maybe.
He's gone. He's almost 2 seconds ahead.
Slim Jim Gately, snap yourself into a Slim Jim. He takes, his sportsmanship and when he gets on the track. If he affects another car or has a bad day, he takes it really personally. Getting around the lap car of Chad Barkin. But he shooted up and showed up tonight.
White
again.
flag in the air this time by. And Mark DeCenza. Mark DeCenza is just getting everything he can out of that Wrangler Jeans machine. He wants that position. He wants to get to Ken Shea. And he's on his bumper into one, but just can't quite stick it.
Slim Jim Gately back on the horse. Half a lap to go. This is what a champion does, and this is what a champion person does. This guy, in case you're wondering, is a badass. And tonight, it's his show. Coming out of turn 4, it's Slim Jim Gately for the win.
Slim Jim for the win. Ken Shea holds off a charging Mark DeCenza.
Yeah. Love this guy.
A little more than 1/10 of a second there between second and third.
I mean, come on. These guys are good, man. Put a whooping on them. After a bad, race the week before, time to kick some ass, and he did. Yeah. Down pit road, just right into pit road. No, nothing fancy. I've known this guy a long time. He was, when he affects another driver out there, he takes it real personal. And then that's why we love him so much, because he's such a pro. And then to see him come out here and whoop the stockings off of everybody.
So once again, your
held
finish
that
there.
race.
Slim Jim Gately, Ken Shea, Mark DeCenza, your podium finishers. Jim Christopherson
I'll be back.
charges back to fourth place. Rick Johnson rounds out your top five. Dan Jones, your in-race reporter, barely falls outside the top five there. Hangs on for P6. Ryan Johnson, Jason Dolfer, Rick Castle, and Shane Wisman rounding out your top 10. Ken Hansen didn't quite... that strategy staying out didn't pay off for him. Ended up 11th there, almost a lap down. He was 33.435 seconds back. Steve Weber, the Big Cactus, was the last car in the lead lap in P12. Your retirees on the night: Tom Jackson with the blown engine, Matt Stewart after an accident, Brian Lovell, and Dave Ellens after that early accident retired. And that will do it for Homestead Flat, as we call it, in season 4. Milty abandoned me here, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do here, getting the podium finishers in. Let's see, let me get my post-race thing up here. All right, there's my post-race deal. Hey, my camera settings actually saved. Well, wonders never cease. Good to see. Still not quite where I like it, but at least it saved something. So you see your points here. Let's see if we get that refreshed. I think that is refreshed. Let's see. Let's see if he's on the ball again tonight. Mr. Ryan Johnson, always on it with the points. Just verifying real quick here on the FSB Racing website if that is the correct current points. The latest result is Homestead Flat. There we have it. Slim Jim Gately jumps out to a 10-point lead there with an absolute statement run tonight. He just slapped the gauntlet down on the table there. Rick Johnson actually moves up a position despite his late race struggles there. With that solid top 5 finish, though, it was good for the points. Moves Rick Johnson to the second, 10 points back. Ken Hansen lost a bunch of ground tonight with his struggles. It's still very much alive, 14 points back. Jim Christopherson, Ryan Johnson both tied there for 4th place, with Steve Weber falling outside the top 5 now. All right, Milty, you can go down and gather up D-Rocket and Mr. Shea. We'll have our podium finishers up in here. So that was it for Homestead. Next week we got, looking at the schedule real quick here before we get the post-race rolling here. Let's see, that was Homestead. Next week is Hattiesburg, a fictional track. Got a fun little front stretch kink to it. That's a neat track. Should be a fun race. And then we got North Wilkesboro, Darlington, Bristol, and Michigan to close out the season, as we were again just past halfway here.
I know how much you hate Darlington.
I know, it's just I'm
I hear you.
so glad I don't have to drive that one. Let me tell you.
I was practicing Hattiesburg before we got in here because I thought that's where we were.
Hattiesburg's a fun track. You're gonna like that one, and that practice will do you good. But great job there. But first, we'll get to our 3rd place finisher there, matching his car number, Mark DeRocket DeCenza. Man, you were giving Ken the business there, but looks like he just needed maybe another lap, or maybe would have pitted a lap earlier. How was that run out there for you tonight, bud?
First, I'd like to thank Dave Silva. He might be watching tonight. It was good. The bottom line is, I mean, me and Ken were probably equal, but Slim, I mean, they were just better to me, and that's all there is to it. I ran as good as I could run, and they were just better. But other than that, really ran good. The car was perfect. Didn't have any damage, nothing. I just had nothing for
Yeah,
Slim.
great pit stop there
Unfor-
earlier in the race and
Yeah.
got track position, but Slim Jim was just man. He was
he's a
just on
rocket ship.
fire, dude.
I got a little loose, and Ken got by me, and that was basically it. You know, I mean, I kind of rode his bumper at the end, waiting for him to maybe make a mistake or get a run. But every time he made a mistake, I made a mistake. So it was one of them deals. But they were just better. But other than that, it was a good run.
Yep, absolutely solid. You'll take that for sure. I've known you for 16, 17 years, I think.
Yeah.
Man, you just keep hitting better. That's for sure.
Yeah, we gave
Awesome.
it all we had. They were just better. That was it. But it was fun.
Awesome run out there for your Rocket Descenza. And Ken Shea, man, you were my pick, and I did not jinx you, so we've got that going for us.
If I knew that, I would have hit him.
Yeah, off the couch, but I'm sure you probably run some other stuff. But I mean, you're a vet. So I'm going to say it, from the couch to P2. That's pretty impressive. That Mopar was on rails tonight.
Yeah, I had a blast. I think I got one pit stop. I went down to 15th or 16th, and I think by the end I got up to 3rd, which I thought was pretty good. And then got up to Slim and Mark and had a great race. I was just great to, I was lucky to be there, so I was just following them for a few laps there. Well, quite a few laps there. And Mark got a little loose once, and I just stayed behind him. But then toward the end of the race, he got loose, and I thought, well, I better take it. And then I saw the winning. Then I saw the checkered flags in my eyes, and I'm like, burned everything up.
That's what it looked like. I saw a couple times you were yawed out going into turn 1, hanging it out sideways, dirt track, trying to catch Slim.
Dude could drive, I'm telling you.
It's still a fantastic run. Great return. Good to see you back, man. So you practice Hattiesburg? Are you planning on running next week to make some use of that practice?
Well, I'm not sure yet, but I hope so.
Awesome. Well, it's always good to see you back, Ken. Great run, bud.
Yeah,
very clean and strong run out there.
He suits up, I'm telling you.
Great win, Slim.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Slim, hit it.
Yeah, dog.
Slim, Jim, Gately.
Well, not tonight.
He plays it now. That ain't allowed on the team channel, so he's got to do it now.
Slim Jim Gately, all caps when you spell the man name. That was a statement victory out there. You just laid the smackdown on him. My goodness. I was out there, Slim, that might have been the pit stop of the year, because I'm out there saying, oh my God, these guys, they pitted before Slim. They're going to be like a second faster than him. He's given up all this time to them. You were the last one to pit, and you smoked him still.
I knew what he was going to do. He knew he had enough
The man with the plan
to get it done there. Yeah.
Well,
from your own words, tell us what's up.
First of all, shout out to my mom and my brother. I know my mom's here. I don't know if my brother, he may have fell asleep.
Yeah, I saw your brother Wayne checking in earlier.
He was in there, so.
Well, he's old and he falls asleep real early, so,
Yeah, I get that.
Anyway, I'm getting
glass houses, brother. Glass houses.
Great job to my teammate Mark. Good to see you back, Ken. Haven't seen you in a while.
Thank you.
Guys did a great job. I wasn't sure if I was going to beat him out or not. I was sure hoping I would, but I thought when I stayed out one extra lap, trust me, it crossed my mind whether or not I gave up, my lead there. But it came out all right, and I saw Ken when he got by Mark, and I thought, now we're fixing to see what Ken has, and he did something very uncharacteristic of him, and he burned his tires up trying to catch me.
Well,
yeah, you were almost a full 2 seconds ahead there at the end.
It was all about that execution at the end, and once we saw you in front, it was
Lights
it
out.
was
Party's over.
Yeah, as Milty would say, he gone.
He gone.
Yep, it felt good, man. Felt good to be there.
Well, you are sitting 10 points up there over Rick Johnson in the points, 14 over Ken Hansen, 16 over Christopherson and Ryan Johnson. So, are you looking to get that second cup there? You gonna finish out the season with us here?
I'm gonna try. That 10 points is really nothing.
That 10 points is nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing with the guys I'm running with.
But man,
I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
It's a hell of a lot better than single digits, man. I can tell you.
I don't even know how I'm still in the point lead with a couple of the races that I had, especially after last week.
Everybody has had an up and down season. Everybody who's had success has also had really bad nights. So it's been very back and forth.
Yeah, Rick Johnson was just, that car was tighter than a
Ding.
banker at a mortgage. I don't know.
All right. Well, once again,
Just
thanks.
could not get it to turn, and you were on fire, dude.
Yeah, so this is shaping up to be a great points battle. Again, this is race 7 of 12. We got 5 more to go from this. I think it was Hattiesburg, Wilkesboro, Darlington, Bristol, Michigan. Bunch of pretty short technical tracks in there, then followed up by the big wide open Michigan, so it should be some fun stuff. Last time we were at Bristol, we had 2 green flag stops to the finish there. I expect the same. I think we're going to do it again. We're going to do almost caution free at Bristol. It's going to be a hell of a night. All these races, come on, they're all going to be great races. Thanks as always.
Fights in the pits too. You never know.
All the better. You guys should get webcams if you're going to do that too. Hopefully yours behaves better than mine does tonight.
Hey, also kudos to all the other guys on the track tonight because we ran a pretty green flag race tonight.
That was a very clean race. Lots of give and take out there. Very smart driving all around. Yeah, congrats to the whole field on that. Thank you guys.
Racing, folks.
Heck yeah. So thanks Ryan Johnson, of course, for being your admin there tonight, getting those points updated. He had himself a good run too. Kind of fell off at the end, but he still overcame some damage. Good run for Ryan. Thanks to our podium finishers again. We got Mark DeRocket Desenza, Ken Shea, and Slim Jim Gately, your race winner. Thanks as always, my broadcast partner Milty, joining me in sound and vision. Can't do it without you, buddy. Thanks to Sam Young, our league owner promoter, stopping in to the booth there and keeping this league running. Glad to have you around, Sammy. Glad to have this league and this game still going strong. Our in-race reporter tonight, Dan Jones, checking in while he was driving. We were missing Chris Beckman tonight. Hopefully he's off doing something fun, but we apprecight when he pops in the booth too.
Mike was asking where is Will Farmer.
Will Farmer has been off doing the college kid thing, but we appreciate all he's done to help the league, help with the website, help me get that standings ticker working. It was good to meet him in person pretty recently too. Share a burger and a beer with him and Bill. Yep. We thank those guys for all they do, and of course Bill Farmer is your series sponsor, and
he'll be back.
He put up the hardware. They'll be back.
Going to school and gonna make a great career for himself.
Thanks, Jim Ray, is checking in there. Says great show, awesome job, Shawn. Not easy. It was not easy tonight. We had technical difficulties on the track, technical difficulties with OBS and my camera, which is making me want to smash my camera with a sledgehammer right now. But it's working for the moment, so I won't do that. But we'll thank Jeremiah Weed for getting me through that.
Before we jump out, we ran the 24 hours of Le Mans, and me and Jim been doing this for 18 years. And about, 2, 3 in the morning, we ended up on the track together going at it after, probably about, 6, 8 hours left in the race, and waxed philosophical about, how he started this league, and there we were out there getting it done. All these years later, it was emotional for me. Definitely.
Yeah, it's awesome, and that's a lifelong friendship there you and Jim have formed, and all these guys.
Yeah.
Hey, happy birthday
and
happy birthday to Milty. The monster is
Happy 35th.
the monster is 58 tonight.
Yeah. Times 2.
And thank you guys for doing you guys. It's always great to watch the broadcast.
It's been a
Shawn.
pleasure, and thanks everybody for joining us out there. I got Dave,
Naturally.
Falcon, Tom Jackson, Zoom Mike,
Thanks for
Jim
watching,
Ray,
everybody.
all those guys chatting with us still. Thanks for tuning in and helping us making it so we're not just talking to ourselves. But hey, until next week, I'm Shawn Reap saying goodnight for FSB Racing Live.